Now we are going to start with the topic cell. As I told you that cell is a source of electricity, it can help many portable devices work. So how it can make those devices work, we are going to study here. See, first of all you should know that cell is denoted by this symbol. This bigger line corresponds to a positive terminal and the smaller one corresponds to a negative terminal. Moreover, you should know that the positive terminal is said to be cathode and the negative terminal is said to be anode. And you know that cells are actually the devices which are able to convert chemical energy into electric energy. That means there are certain reactions which do not need any kind of initiation, they just start up, and when they start, those chemical energy gets converted into electric energy. So this is what is the cell. So we are going to study the cell. You know that cells are basically of two types. One is primary cell, other is secondary cell. The difference between the two is that primary cell is that which cannot be recharged. It cannot be recharged. So once it is being used, it becomes discharged. There is no alternative of using it again. We have to just dispose of. And the secondary cell is that which can be recharged and we can use it again and again. It can be recharged, that means we can use it again and again. We can use it again and again. So this is an advantage of secondary cell. So the common primary cell we are going to study here is a dry cell. Otherwise, if we look for the example for the secondary cell, it is like lead storage batteries, etc., which are used in cars and all. They can be recharged actually. So what is the dry cell? This is a very important topic which we are going to discuss here. See, again, when we are starting with dry cell, again you should know that it is a cell which can convert chemical energy into electric energy. So now we are going to look at how it looks like. See, there is a insulation outside. Let's say this is a plastic cover or an insulated sheet. On the inner side there is a container which is here, and you know that the container is made up of zinc. Container is made up of zinc, and zinc here act as a negative, you can say the base of the zinc, it acts as a negative electrode, that means it acts as a anode. This is the zinc container. Now what is there? There is a carbon rod inside like this which has a brass cap here, which has a brass cap. This is carbon rod, and this carbon rod and the brass cap, they act as the positive terminal, that is the cathode. It acts as the cathode. So we have two terminals now, because wherever we are supplying we want to supply an electricity, we want two terminals. So they are here. And you know that carbon rod is actually surrounded by a material, a certain material present in a muslin bag, and it is manganese dioxide with coke, carbon in the form of coke. Manganese dioxide with a coke, or you can just write carbon, that's also correct. And the electrolyte which is present here is this. This is an electrolyte. Electrolyte is actually a substance which is able to, like when we pass electricity, it can split up into ions. So what is this? It is ammonium chloride paste, moist paste. Ammonium chloride moist paste. So this is what is the dry cell. I think you got it. An insulation cover, a plastic sheet, or any insulated material, zinc container acting as a negative electrode, that is anode, a carbon rod with a brass cap, this is brass cap acting as positive terminal. This is MnO2 and coke present in a muslin bag. I write here that this is muslin bag, and this is a electrolyte, that is ammonium chloride paste. So what happens, see, whenever we know that this kind of cell is there, the reactions are already taking place in it, but the rate of reaction is quite slow. So, but when we connect this kind, when we connect any device to this cell, like if we place the cell into a device, any portable device, suppose we connect it to a bulb or anything, then what happens, the reactions taking place in this just get speed up. The reactions taking place in it just speed up, and it led to the flow of electric current, and device starts working, This is how the cell works. And you know that like if I say that it is a dry cell, it doesn't mean that it is dry in nature. Dry word has nothing to do with it. The dry is, moreover you should know that this cell works until this paste is moist. Suppose if you have the cell and you are not using it, you have just kept it aside, and there been a long time and you are not used that cell, then that cell will become dead, because in the span of time this water will just get vanished, and in this the water is very much required. I told you that the paste should be moist, because if it will be moist, then only it will let the ions to move from one place to another, as it is acting as a negative electrode and positive. So ions need to move from one place to another. So they will move, the charges will move only when the paste will be moist. So whenever you are bringing the cell, you are not using it, is just kept for a long period of time, it becomes dead, and moreover it is not going to produce electricity, because the material present in it just get vanished. That means the moisture just goes off and it stops working, and it becomes a dead cell. And moreover, when you are using this kind of cell, you know that this cell, like once the electrolyte or the material which is present in it gets used up, it cannot be recharged, because so that means its lifespan is only once. That means you can use it only once, not again and again. You cannot recharge it. Therefore, it is called as a primary cell. Now, how it works? Suppose I have a torch. Suppose I am showing you a torch. Suppose I have a torch and here is a bulb. So what happened? You place one cell like this. There is a place to attach one cell, and then there is a brass cap here, and this is the another cell. So what happened when you attach these two kind of cells, their brass caps just get connected, the circuit gets complete, and then only the flow of current take place, and therefore the torch just gets lighted up. So this is how the cell actually works, and you know that cell is being used in many portable devices. It works in clocks, it works in calculators, it is being used in watches, it is used in torches, it is used in tape recorders. So that means they are having just a vast use. They are being used in many portable devices. It will be a correct word to say. So this is what is a primary cell, but its main disadvantage is that it cannot be recharged, because once used it gets dead for us, because the chemical present in it just gets when it gets consumed, it is no longer, we can use it in any device. So that means it can be used only once. But otherwise, if we talk about its advantage, so it has a lot of advantage. One, it is very small in size, very portable one, right? Moreover, it can be transported easily from one place to another, and there is a very low risk of leakage. So this is what is the cell. So now we are going to discuss more about it. So as far, if we talk about the dry cell, so dry cell is this, and how we represent the dry cell, we represent the dry cell like this. And you know that if we talk about battery, what is the difference between the battery or the cell? Battery is also a cell, but it has a combination of many cells. It is not having one cell, it is battery. In battery we have combination of many cells. So battery is shown like this: one cell, another cell, and you can just club as many as cell is required in a battery. So this is what is a battery. So, and if you talk about primary and secondary, I think you are clear, and even you are clear with the dry cell. So this is what is the cell.